Happy Monday. Welcome to your second stimulus check and stimulus package update. Hope you are staying safe and I hope you had a wonderful weekend. So right now we're going to dive into the new details on the second stimulus check and the next stimulus package. So the president has signed the new stimulus package, but the $2,000 stimulus check is still being pushed for. The president is still demanding the $2,000 second stimulus check to the people. Remember, the bill he just signed yesterday includes $600 direct payments to the people. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and other top Democrats are going to bring the $2,000 second stimulus check bill to the floor today, to the House floor today. So this will be voted on any time today. So right now, we're going to talk about the details on the unemployment benefits, the $300 per week unemployment benefit, who qualifies for this, and also who qualifies for the second stimulus check, and when you could possibly get the second stimulus check in your bank account or the paper checks, however you got it the first time. So if you hang on till the very end of this video, we're going to unpack these new important details, very important details that you don't want to miss. But before we dive in, if this is your first time stopping by this channel, welcome. Consider subscribing now to join this amazing community to stay informed on the latest stimulus updates, economic updates, and financial tips for your financial success and financial wellness. And one more thing, if you support the second stimulus check to the people, smash the like button right now. If you support that at $2,000, not the $600, if you support the $2,000 checks, give this video a thumbs up and also share this video to help other people find it quicker. Okay, let's jump right in. So the report we're seeing is that the state of Washington, some states are stepping up to the plate. I mean, shout out to these states that have stepped up, provided stimulus checks to their residents, and also the unemployment benefits and some benefits to small businesses. So right now, the state of Washington basically passed a bill that will pay $54 million to nearly 100,000 people who lost their unemployment benefits. And this is according to K5 News. So the state of Washington stepped up when the stimulus drama was going on. So when the president was delaying signing in the new stimulus bill, the state of Washington decided that they were going to step up and help their residents. So this 100,000 people will receive, nearly 100,000 people will receive, according to this report, about $550 per claimant, so per individual who qualifies. And this will go to people who basically lost their unemployment benefits due to the stimulus delay. So 94,555 people, to be specific, will benefit from this $54 million. If you live in the state of Washington, smash the like button. And if you just like what's happening in the state of Washington, give this video a thumbs up. So this is a very great news, and this is a positive development, because $550 per individual for 2 weeks of benefit is a very big deal for a lot of people right now, because these holidays was very frustrating financially for so many people. Okay, let's jump right into the stimulus package that was just signed. So the biggest question is, who qualifies for the second stimulus check and when will this come? Let's start off with number one. So who is eligible for the second stimulus payment? The $600. Let's just imagine that the $600 checks is what everyone gets. Who qualifies? Here are the parameters for qualification. So according to this report from CNBC, it's a very good one that kind of summarized the qualifications. The $600 payments will be per adult, so per eligible adult, and then $600 for dependents. The very first stimulus checks were $1,200 per individual and $500 per dependent, and the dependents have to be between 17 and 24, right? So have to be under 17, sorry. So if you are between 17 and 24 and you are a dependent, you likely wouldn't be getting the $600 stimulus checks for those dependents. So right now the number will be $1,200 per couple. So if you are married and you file together, you're basically going to get the $1,200. But there are income limits that we need to pay attention to. So the very income limit for you to get the full $600 as a single person is $75,000. And if you are married, you have to basically make under $150,000. So if you make over $75,000, you will not get the full $600 payment. And if you make over $150,000, you will surely not get the full $1,200 as a couple. So now when it comes to the cutoff point, at what point do you get disqualified and you wouldn't get the stimulus check? This is the biggest question everyone is asking too. So the $87,000 threshold is the cutoff point for individuals, and $174,000 will be the cutoff point for married couples. Remember, during the first stimulus payments, $99,000 was basically the cutoff point where no one got the stimulus checks if they met over $99,000. And then for married couples who met over $198,000, so once you cross the $198,000, you will not get the stimulus checks based on the first payments. But the second payments lowered these thresholds, and a lot of people will be disqualified from getting any dime in this next stimulus payment. So right now, when will you get it? According to this report, the first in line will be individuals who have their direct payments. So if you get your first stimulus checks as direct payments, you will likely be the first in line. So anyone who filed their taxes and they got direct payments as direct refunds or something like that, you will basically be the first in line. Treasury Secretary Stephen Mnuchin has made it clear that they can process a lot of checks and deposit those as quickly as possible. So chances are that if you have direct payments, you will get your electronic payments pretty quick. But now the people who have paper checks, who got the first stimulus checks as in the paper form, may have to wait a little longer. I mean, we'll likely have to wait until sometime mid-January based on the reports out there. But the Treasury has the capacity, according to this report, to deliver 5 to 7 million paper checks in a week. So they have, on a weekly basis, they can deliver 5 to 7 million checks. And in addition, the checks for other federal programs, because they have other SSI programs and other programs that they have to deliver checks for. So according to this report, the IRS and the Treasury could gain prioritized mailing. So they could basically prioritize the mailing of the second stimulus checks to the country's lowest income earners. So starting from individuals who make less than $20,000 per year. So there's a possibility that they could start from that, class of people, and they could basically from that income class, and they could make the checks faster for those people. But the question is, will the $2,000 stimulus checks pass? Depending on how the $2,000 stimulus checks votes go in the House, and if the Senate passes the $2,000 standalone stimulus check, this could change the delivery dates, or the dates we're talking about right now. But if everything stays the same and nothing happens with the $2,000 checks and all we get is the $600 checks, you could possibly be getting those checks as soon as possible. Now, what happens with the unemployment benefit? So the unemployment payments have nothing to do with the vote that is happening today in the House. The unemployment payments are basically good to go. So the extended unemployment payments are going to pay $300 per week. So now, who qualifies for those? According to this report from time.com, the package established a temporary supplemental $300 weekly payment for unemployment benefits for all unemployed workers. Basically, a decrease from the $600 that we saw in the CARES Act. The $600 per week was provided in the first stimulus bill, but now we're seeing $300 per week for individuals. So how long will this last? This will last for 11 weeks, according to this report. So this will basically end in sometime around March 14th of 2021 based on the projections here, and the package strikes the 39-week maximum for receiving benefits established in the CARES Act. So it is now a 50-week maximum. So it's no longer 39-week maximum for you to get the benefit. It has been extended to 50-week maximum. So this is very I think this is a positive one if you ask me, but I want to hear your thoughts about this in the comment section below. So right now the benefits will start to pay depending on one state. All states have different systems, and states have obsolete systems. It's not as quick as them hitting a button to start making payments. So the weekly unemployment benefits may take some time before you see them in your bank account, because the states have to go through and reprogram their systems in order to accommodate this new bill that has been signed into law. So there you have it. The key takeaways is that the unemployment benefits are good to go at $300 per week, and the $600 stimulus checks will depend on what happens with the vote that was saying today. But while we wait for Congress to finalize the next stimulus package, if you would like to make some extra money from home without so much stress, check out the video on the left. And if you would like to increase your credit score or increase your credit limit, be sure to check out the video on the right. Stay safe and thank you for watching.